Being a financial advisor for 38 years and always having coaches and in front of me and just always striving to have personal growth. When my friend Doug had mentioned this program to me, um, I thought, I'm always interested in learning. Now, this business, you're always looking for an edge on how to increase your performance and your energy. So for me, I'm a high level producer, but I want to be higher. So I was just open to agreeing to doing this, and I really had no idea what I was about to get into. I would liken myself to an unconscious competent, before I did this program. I didn't know. I was directionally correct. I was kind of doing things that were good habits, but not nowhere near the conscious level of how they impact you, in your sleep, in your HRV. I didn't even know what HRV was, and your recovery and all those things and nutrition. I mean, I like to think I was pretty good in the nutrition thing. I knew I was a rookie. So when I went through I had my individual coaching sessions, I learned a ton about how to be really conscious of what you're doing and it was a big education for me. I got the most out of was my little decisions that I make in the course of a day when it comes to eating, um, drinking alcohol, the impact that that has. Obviously, sleeping. I've never even paid any attention to sleeping. And I was a pretty good sleeper. And recovery. Recovery is something just like last night, I made a decision last night to go to bed at 11 and turn off the show because I didn't have a good recovery the night before. And I thought I need to get my sleep tonight. And my recovery went way up. And so did my HRV. So that little decision. I would have never made that decision. I would have probably got up at 5:30 this morning, went to the gym. I didn't go to the gym this morning. I looked at my calendar and said, I'll go this afternoon because I need some sleep. I'm more rested. Um, I don't drink during the week. Um, I feel better. I have more energy. And I'm actually meeting my goals. I always wanted to get a little bit stronger and build more muscle. At 62, I just can't build muscle. And as a result of the program, I'm my clothes are tighter, which I like. And now I feel like I'm getting results and I'm getting stronger, which is good too. I was doing pretty good before, but I didn't know what I didn't know. And there are so many metrics that you can follow to go to another level and be healthy and live longer um and be have more energy and all of those things if you're willing to just go with open arms and learn and be open. And the amount of personal growth that I had and I'm having is it's just it's amazing. Before I would say I was probably 40-50%. I'm 90% now. There's 10% of the time when I want to go out and I want to have a nice dinner and I want to have, I want to look. Life is all about looking forward to things. If you don't look forward to something, well, you have no joy. So for me, I love the fact that, like this weekend's my daughter's birthday. I'm going out. I'm going to have a martini. I'm gonna eat dessert. Whatever's happening, I'm gonna do. And that's my joy. And then come Monday, I'm back in to paying attention, routine, and doing consciously what I do, and knowing the impact it has through my whoop. Um, and it won't take me long to get right back on track. I had no idea how it was all going to play out. I met some great people, which I loved. That was a bonus. And I benefited. And now my family is benefiting because my wife, who kind of rolls her eyes because I'm always testing things, I'm always doing things that are And so she rolled her eyes, which just happens in marriages, right? And she said to me yesterday, because she's been listening to some podcasts, and she said, I was listening to this amazing podcast of how people have to pay attention to their HRV and their VO2 max. And I said, oh, interesting. She goes, maybe I should get a Whoop. And I thought, wow, I didn't have to preach to her about what I was doing. I was just keeping my head down, doing what I'm supposed to do, not preaching to her. And she came around by watching the impact it had on me. And I also say the way you do anything is the way you do everything. You know, for me, this program changed my life. I'm a different person. I make different decisions to have a process to fall back to and a knowledge and an awareness. I mean, that's everything.